Good evening, my TopDog Adventurers, and welcome back on another adventure. Now, for all my returning top dogs, you probably already know this, and for my new ones joining in today, I've been playing a game called The Front. It is a survival game, and my channel is a Let's Play survival slash RPG channel. Now, I am going to be doing things a little bit differently today. I am going to be making a guide or how-to video on how to garden in the front. I went on YouTube and I tried searching up, how to garden in the front, like how do the stats work, what do they mean? How do I set up my lights? How do I set up my water? All these different things. I could not find anything. Now there were some videos on how the water system works. There were some videos on how to make a maze, but nothing could go how to garden or how to set up your garden on the front. It's like, you know what? I have my own YouTube channel. Let me go and make a video of my own. Let me give the people what they want. Let me give what I wanted. So, we're going to go ahead and start off with what I have here in front of me. This right here is my garden or my kitchen. Now, this is a part of my castle that I am building. And maybe a little bit later on, if I get more built into it, I'll show you guys. For now, we're going to go and stick off with our garden and kitchen. So, the way that I have my garden set up is I have three different areas. I have one here, one over there, and then one right here. My gardens are set up by a 3x4. You don't have to have it as a 3x4. You can have it smaller. You can have it bigger. That's all up to you. But for me, I wanted a 3x4. I have my first row, which has 4 going down. My third row, another set of 4 going down. And then my middle section, my second row, where I'm missing a crop plot in the center and then the one in the beginning. And that is because I wanted to go and put my air conditioners here. Now, a little bit later in the video, I will go and explain why I have them there. For now, let's go ahead and get started on planting our garden. So as you can see over here, I have my wheatgrass going. And how do I get them in there? Well, for example, you need to go and take your wheat seed, put it in your hotbar, and then you need to equip it. You go to your crop plot, and each crop plot can go and store up to 9 plants into them. So you go up to it and you see the little green, that's where you can plant it. You press your left click on it and it'll plant them right inside. Now, for if you have it up, then great. If you don't have it up, if you look at the plant and you press H, that will go and show your attributes or the stats for certain things. In this case, our wheat plant. On our stats for the plants, you have a total of 8. You have your status, the health, production, growth speed, moisture, illumination, temperature, and fertility. Now, the 4 main ones that you need to go and keep an eye on is your moisture, your illumination, your temperature, and your fertility. Those ones will go and affect everything overall, including the other stats of your health, production, and growth speed. So, before we get into the stats, I have, the way mine is set up, I have my sprinklers up top going down the center, on each side right here in the middle. And then I have, for this garden, I have a light in each of the corners. And powering all of this, my water pump, the lights, the switch, and the air conditioner and all that, I am running this off of, for all of this, these 5 generators. That includes the refrigerators over here as well, refrigerators over there, and all of that. Now, for my water system, I have up above, because I am on a cliffside, I'm a good distance away from the ocean. I'd have to build a long water pipe system, and I didn't want to do that. I'm away from the river or a pond. I have to make do with my dew collectors. The way that these work is I go and I have them placed down, and then I have pipes connecting each one to each other, going all the way up over to these large tanks. All 25 of these are connected to this large tank here, and that's connected to this large tank over here. And these are my storage units. With the dew collectors, you can only have so much water. You have to have, if I remember correctly, at least 10 dew collectors to go and properly water your garden. Now, if you are on another dedicated server, official, or PvE, you can go and build next to the ocean. You can build next to a river or a pond and get your water from there. That'd be like a whole another video on irrigation if we wanted to do that. And today we're on gardening. So from this large tank, we have it going from here down into our garden, which, as you can see from right here, you have the pipe that comes down and it connects into our little water pump here. And from our water pump, it goes out into these valves. One valve is what I allow for the water to go into these sprinkler systems over here. The other valve, which allows me to go and send water out to this garden here, and then another one there for the garden over there. I have over here my wheatgrass growing, and so we're gonna go ahead and look at the stats of that. The four main stats, like I said before, that you need to keep on is their moisture, illumination, temperature, and fertility. For your moisture, as you can see, you have the bars for each one. You have the gray area, the green, and the red. Gray area, you can keep that there and it'll be just fine. Red, that's too far. If you put it there, your plant will start losing health and it can end up dying, and then you just have no crops anymore. You'll have to go and replant your whole garden again. Your area that you want to be in is in the green area. So for wheat, that's between 750 and 7,000. For our illumination, it's between 20 and 53. Temperature 13 and 20, and fertility between 2,500 and 32,000. Now, if I was to be in the gray area for my moisture, I can just go and turn on my water system, my sprinklers, and that will water my crop plots. Now, unfortunately, I have not found a way to dry out my crop plots, so you got to be careful with this. It's best to have it in a enclosed area so you can regulate the moisture and the temp and the light and the fertility of your crop plots. Right now, for this week, it is at 2205, and obviously gradually over time it's going to go down, but it's in the green, so that's good. Now, my illumination, which is coming from this light, and then obviously I have the ones over here in the corners, each four side, but this light right here is the one that is affecting these two crop plots. For wheat, the closer your lights are to each other, the better, because you'll get light from each one, which will go and add on to the light of the crop plot. For other plants, let's say for example dandelions, if you have them too close to each other, the light will be too much and it'll put your illumination in the red. And the way you can fix that is by removing a light or spreading out the lights. Right now, I am at 20. That's my bare minimum. I'm still in the green, but it's at the bare minimum green. If I wanted to go up a little more, I could just add in a light and it'll be just fine. Now, temperature. That is where my air conditioners come into play. For this air conditioner right here, the way that it works is the one single out crop plot around it, so one square out around, so these ones going all the way around, and if I was having them over there, whatever, basically just like this one here, those are being affected by that one air conditioner. So for this one here, you can go up to your air conditioner, press F, click on your temp. You can change your temp. Right now I have it at 17. I can lower it to 12. And then my garden will go to 13. Well, this one's just fine. This one's not being affected. Oh, God. Yeah, there you go. Had me a little scared there for a second. It's at 13. So you go back to it, set your temp, and I'm going to go up it back to, let's do 17. That'll be just fine. Then after a little bit, your temperature will go right back up. Again, you want to have it in the green. Gray is okay. Red is too much. Your plant will start dying. Now, for your fertility. Right now, mine is at 2182. And that is below my required fertility amount, what I want it to be at. Which for the wheat plant is between 2500 and 32,000. So to fix this, I will go and open up the inventory bar of my crop plot. Now, for wheat, you would want about 5 refined fertilizer or about 11 basic, because you only have the 2. You have your basic, which is obviously the bare minimum fertilizer, then your refined fertilizer, which is the increased better fertilizer. And with the refined one, you don't need as much. With the basic, you'll need a lot more. So in here right now, I have 2. So I want to go and move my fertilizer into my crop plot. You can just drag the whole thing in there, or if you press the middle wheel mouse button, that will go and just drag over one at a time. Or if you do the middle wheel mouse button and you right click, you can go over and choose how much you want to go over into there. For now, we're going to go and just have it at 4 on my fertility. So I went from 2100 to 3600 in my green zone. Now, with all of my stats in the green zone, if you look at my production, that's 11 out of 6. If you look at my growth speed, that's 200%. So for this one crop plot over here, I have, okay, I didn't mean to harvest that. On here, I have 3 as well. But these are fully grown wheat, and these are breeding wheat. So once it's fully grown, you'll have about 30 out of 6 production with everything in the green, and you'll have your 200% growth speed. For the breeding, it's only going to be at 12 out of 6. So you want to make sure that your plant grows all the way through its maturity. You want to go and have it at mature. If you have it at breeding, you can harvest it, but well, you can't harvest it right now, but it won't be as much to harvest from compared to if you would have it at full mature after a while. So that's pretty much it, guys. Honestly, go and have your crop plots in an area. Make sure you have your lights, you have your irrigation system, have an AC unit for the temperature and all of that. You can have a big crop plot area, you can have a small one. You gotta go and keep track of your stats. You have 8 in total, but the main ones that you really want to keep an eye on are the 4 main ones: moisture, illumination, temperature, and fertility. If you have them in the green, then it's great. If you have it in the red, that's bad. It's really not that difficult, honestly. It only took me a little bit to go and figure all of this out, but I wanted to go and make sure that you guys didn't have to go and figure out how to do this all on your own. I wanted to go and make sure that this was here for anyone out there that just wants to go right into gardening. Watch the video, okay, yeah, I got this, boom, and you have your own garden set up and going and collecting your own wheat, and then boom. Because honestly, right now, if I remember correctly, to make alcohol, it's like 50 wheat per alcohol, and that's ridiculous. Man. One thing to keep in mind is when you are harvesting your crops, use the sickle. Don't just go up and harvest, because that'll give you 20. Now, if I was to go and use a sickle, let me go ahead and get one and be right back. All right, got my sickle. So if I was to go and use my sickle to harvest by hand, as you saw before, it's 20. If I use the sickle, it goes up to 40. It doubles it. So make sure that you harvest all your crops with the sickle. Otherwise, you're just going to get the bare minimum from your crops. Sickle doubles it. Alright, guys? So I really hope that this video was instructional for you. It helps you out in your gardening. If you really like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. Let me know how your garden is doing, and if you have any more questions, go ahead and comment down there as well. And if you want to, I am going to have my Discord linked in the description below, so you can go and click on that, join my Discord, and show me the pictures of your garden. I would love to see that. And if you want to show me more than just the pictures, if you want to show me your building, your maze, and all that, you can go ahead and join the Discord and post pictures there too. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for this adventure today, and I'll catch you later. See ya.